So I had by chance gone to Putrioi, that time of the year, intended to make the journey by land at that time of the year. As it happens, when, cum plurimi, when very many people, but also very many of the most fashionable people are accustomed to be in that area. I almost fainted, gentlemen of the jury, cum, when someone asked me on what day I had left Rome and whether I knew of any news there. Cum, when I had responded to this man that I was leaving from my province, he said, of course, I understand, from Africa. Of course, opino, I'm trying to sort of make it sound okay. Of course, opino, as I believe, from Africa. Of course, my God, as I believe, from Africa. To this, I, stomachans fastidiosi, growing irritated, scornfully said, actually, from Sicily. Then, quidam, then indeed, cum quidam, then indeed, he, cum quidam, then indeed, as if he knew everything, said, what, do you not know that this man has been quaestor in Syracuse? Quid multa? I'm just looking at this bit. Quid multa, one of those know-alls, literally one of those know-it-alls, said, yes, don't you know, what, did you not know that this man has been quaestor in Syracuse? Quid multa? What now then? Destiti? I stopped being angry, and I literally made myself out, feci, as to be from one of those who had come for the water. But that matter, gentlemen of the jury, I rather think, has profited me more, has benefited, plus mihi, has been more benefit to me than if there had been all of the gratulati, all of the congratulations, than if there had then been all of the congratulations. But I rather think that event helped me more than if there had been every form of congratulation for me then. Now, for afterwards, I realized that the ears of the Roman people are hebetiores, are rather dull. However, the eyes are keen and perceptive. I ceased to think about what people were going to hear of me, and I ensured that afterwards, every day, they were seeing me praesentem, in person. Oh, I've just swung that across, sorry about that. Every day they saw me in person. Habitavi, I lived in their eyes, I haunted the forum. My janitor, my doorman, meus janitor, prevented no one from my company, and nor did sleep drive them away. Very good, everyone. I hope that was vaguely useful. Hello, everyone. The second Cicero passage, a useful lesson. This is him returning from his quaestorship. And if I've muddled up and got the slides in the wrong order and said the second half of the video sort of starts first, I apologise, but I'm sure you'll be able to work it out. Non videor, I do not fear, gentlemen of the jury, judices, lest I may seem to literally make something of myself, but the clause of fearing lest, I do not fear, I'm going to put that in red actually, I do not fear, gentlemen of the jury, lest I may seem arrogant, see if I say something about my quaestorship. We know vanity and arrogance was, I'm afraid, two features heavily present in Cicero's personality. Again, we've got the vereo, the anaphora. I do not fear that anyone may dare to say, I do not fear lest someone may dare to say that the quaestorship of anyone in Sicily was, dare say, that, so accusative, infinitive, indirect statement, was more welcome or more famous. My God, I will say this. At that time, tum existim arbam, I was thinking that people at Rome were, that homines Romae locative, that people at Rome were talking about nothing other than my consulship. I thought that people at Rome, indirect statement again, people to be speaking about nothing other than my consulship. I had sent corn in the time of the utmost scarcity. And then we have to go down in the next sentence all the way down to visus eram, if you mean. I had seemed omnibus to everyone, commis, polite to the bankers, justus, just with the merchants, liberalis, generous with the tax collectors, abstinens, tax gatherers, tax collectors, abstinens. Now, it says there sort of that I had not, I think in the note it said something like, not enriching myself at the expense of our allies. Abstinent, literally sort of almost abstinent with our allies, but I think we'll just say honest. Honest with our allies, which it does seem Cicero was, that he didn't steal, which most other Roman governors and quaestors would have been doing. Indeed, unheard of in our diti, unheard of honours were being devised for me by the Sicilians. And so I was leaving decedam, I was leaving with this hope, that I was thinking that the Roman people were about to spontaneously ultro delatorum foist or bestow omnia, every type of reward mihi upon me. But I, and now we've got this next bit, it's going to be difficult for me to go between the two different pages as I flip between them. So, but I, desceden is the next bit, isn't it? But I, decedens rather than descedens, sorry. But I, departing from the province, as it says, itineris faciendi causa, intending to make the journey by land, with the causa, with the intention of making the journey by land, but I, departing from the province, intending to make the journey, literally causa, with the intention of the journey, faciendi, being made by land, I had, by chance, forte, come to Puteoli. Notes, make sure you're familiar with the notes for the content and context. But I had, by chance, come to Puteoli, which is going to be the next slide that I do, by chance, at that day, as it would casu, I don't want to say by chance twice, at that time of the year, at diebus, at that time of the year, when casu, when it happens,